What if I told you there are secret strategies, or cheat codes, that the most successful entrepreneurs use to crush the competition? And no, it's not about working 80-hour weeks or taking huge risks. It's about using clever shortcuts that most people have never even heard of. Did you know that 80% of entrepreneurs fail, but the ones who make it use a few simple strategies that skyrocket their success? And get this, 70% of successful businesses are built on ideas that weren't even original. They were just better versions of something already out there. In this video, I'll show you how top entrepreneurs unlock hidden opportunities, work smarter, not harder, and move faster than the competition. I'll break down powerful cheat codes that you can use in your own journey. From changing your mindset to leveraging speed and automation, you'll learn how to get ahead in ways you never imagined. Get ready, because in just 10 minutes, you'll discover every real-life cheat code that could change your business and your life. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Chapter 1. The Shortcut Mindset. Unlocking unseen opportunities. Successful entrepreneurs think differently. They don't just see problems, they see solutions. It's a mindset shift that makes all the difference. One of the most powerful strategies is the ability to reframe challenges. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," they ask, "How can I make this happen?" This mindset unlocks doors that seem impossible to others. It's not about working harder but about working smarter. When Steve Jobs built Apple, he didn't just invent products, he created a culture of innovation. By focusing on simplicity and user experience, Jobs unlocked an opportunity in a saturated market. Studies show that 80% of success is attributed to mindset. If you believe you can succeed, you're more likely to take the actions that lead to success. Take Richard Branson, for example. He has an incredible ability to spot opportunities that others overlook, all because he's focused on growth and learning. It's no wonder he's created over 400 businesses. When you believe you can spot opportunities, you start to notice them everywhere, whether it's a gap in the market or an untapped niche. Success isn't about waiting for opportunities to knock. It's about actively seeking them. Tony Robbins, a leader in personal development, says, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." Your mindset should be about expanding both. The key is to cultivate curiosity. Instead of following the usual path, ask yourself what could be better or different. This small habit can lead to big results. Warren Buffett built wealth not by being the loudest in the room but by being the most thoughtful. Every entrepreneur has moments of doubt. But those with the right mindset keep moving forward, seeking new paths where others see dead ends. Chapter 2. The Power of Leverage. Working smarter, not harder. Leverage is the secret weapon that separates successful entrepreneurs from the rest. It's about using other people's time, money, or expertise to scale faster. The concept is simple. You do less, but get more. Think of it as multiplying your efforts. Instead of hiring people to do everything, you hire the right people to do the tasks that matter most. Take Elon Musk. He didn't build SpaceX and Tesla alone. He leveraged the expertise of the best engineers and scientists. He understood that the fastest way to success was to tap into knowledge he didn't possess. According to a Harvard study, 70% of entrepreneurs fail because they lack access to the right network. Building relationships with experts gives you a serious edge. Another form of leverage is financial. Banks and investors are not just there to lend money, they're there to help entrepreneurs scale. Raising capital allows you to expand faster than you could on your own. But you don't need millions to start. Many entrepreneurs start small and use the leverage of small loans or personal savings to grow exponentially. Think about Airbnb. They started with a small loan and leveraged it to build an entire empire. Tech tools also provide leverage. Apps like Zapier or Monday.com help entrepreneurs automate time-consuming tasks, letting them focus on high-level decisions. The more you can automate, the more time you free up to grow your business. Chapter 3. Reverse engineering success. Borrowing blueprints. Successful entrepreneurs rarely reinvent the wheel. Instead, they reverse engineer the success of others. This means studying the people who have already made it and learning from their strategies. For example, Mark Zuckerberg didn't build Facebook from scratch. He borrowed the idea from other social networking sites, then made it better. Studies show that nearly 90% of successful businesses are not about creating something entirely new, they're about improving existing ideas. By taking a blueprint that works and making it your own, you can avoid many of the pitfalls that others face. Jeff Bezos built Amazon by studying the rise of e-commerce and adapting it. He looked at what worked for others and applied those lessons to his business model. In fact, Bezos has said that one of his best strategies is observing what's happening around him and improving on it. This concept of reverse engineering applies to every industry. Whether you're opening a coffee shop or launching a tech startup, look at others who've done it before. Study their mistakes and their successes. In fact, one of the best ways to predict success is by looking at proven patterns. The trick is to not simply copy, but to understand what made it successful and then innovate from there. Gary Vaynerchuk often talks about trading ideas, a concept where you take inspiration from someone's business model and tweak it to fit your vision. Subscribe for more cheat codes that can change your business. Hit the bell so you don't miss our next powerful chapter. Chapter 4. The Art of Speed. How to move faster than the competition in the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship. Speed is often the biggest advantage. It's about making quick decisions, failing fast, and pivoting when necessary. Moving quickly allows you to take advantage of trends before they peak. This is what gives businesses the edge in crowded markets. When Zuckerberg launched Facebook, it wasn't the first social media platform. But Facebook moved faster than any competitor, adding new features and expanding globally at a speed no one expected. It's been said that speed is the ultimate form of differentiation in today's market. A study by McKinsey found that companies that innovate quickly are 2.5 times more likely to outperform their competitors. Moving fast doesn't mean rushing decisions, but rather taking quick, calculated actions. Think about how small startups can sometimes outpace massive corporations simply because they can act without layers of approval. Speed of VM2. Every real-life cheat code explained in 10 minutes. LSO means being agile. If something doesn't work, you change course immediately. Blockbuster failed because it couldn't adapt quickly enough. Netflix succeeded because it was quick to understand consumer behavior and adapt its business model. In entrepreneurship, the first mover often wins. But even if you're not first, moving quickly to market with an optimized product can give you a serious advantage. In fact, studies show that speed can reduce costs by up to 30%, giving entrepreneurs more room to grow. Chapter 5. Networking like a pro. Building relationships that actually matter. Networking is often misunderstood. It's not about handing out business cards at every event, it's about creating meaningful, long-term relationships. Strong connections are one of the biggest cheat codes to entrepreneurial success. When you build a solid network, you gain access to resources, knowledge, and opportunities you wouldn't otherwise have. Take the story of Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn. Hoffman didn't just create a social network. He leveraged his extensive network to build LinkedIn into a billion-dollar company. He knew that building relationships could take him places no amount of effort alone could. Statistics show that 85% of jobs are filled through networking, but that's just the beginning. Relationships with other entrepreneurs can lead to joint ventures, collaborations, and strategic partnerships. Real networking is about giving before you get. As Keith Ferrazzi writes in his book Never Eat Alone, the currency of real networking is not greed but generosity. If you focus on helping others first, your network will return the favor tenfold. This philosophy has been a huge part of the success for leaders like Oprah Winfrey and Richard Branson. Don't just look for connections, build genuine relationships. Whether it's helping someone out with advice or offering them a partnership opportunity, the act of connecting becomes your most valuable asset. Subscribe to unlock more powerful tips to supercharge your journey. Chapter 6. Hacking the Hustle. Productivity secrets for entrepreneurs. As an entrepreneur, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the never-ending to-do lists. But the most successful entrepreneurs know how to hack their productivity. They use tools, systems, and techniques to maximize their efficiency without burning out. One of the most powerful productivity hacks is time blocking. Successful entrepreneurs like Bill Gates and Elon Musk swear by blocking out their day into specific tasks. Studies show that time blocking can increase productivity by up to 50%, as it eliminates distractions and focuses your energy on the right things. The Pomodoro technique is another game changer. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle, and your focus becomes razor sharp. This technique has been shown to increase focus by 40% and reduce mental fatigue. High achievers also focus on the 80-20th rule, or the Pareto principle. This rule states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. By identifying which tasks drive the most value and prioritizing them, you can maximize your impact. Entrepreneurs like Tim Ferriss use hacks, like delegation and automation, to free up time for their most important tasks. By outsourcing low-value tasks, you can focus on growing your business, not drowning in administrative work. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most.